Welcome to the Elements of Spirit reading series for the week starting January 23rd. This is the weekly reading series from moi, Michael Domitrovich, and EdibleSpirit.com, attempting to bring you guidance to energetically navigate your week through the classical elements of earth, air, water, fire, and ether. The way it works is that this is the ether reading that you'll listen to get a kind of tone of the space within which all the other elements are playing and combining. And then you can go through and listen to the element associated with your sun sign, astrological sun sign. These are not astrology readings. They are about how to work with the earth, air, water, fire, and ether in your life. The primary elements associated with your sun sign, but everybody kind of has a balance or blend of all of these elements working within them at all times. Well, hello, Bumblebee. There's a bumblebee just flew by. By way of a little explanation, too, thank you to all of my clients and followers and everyone who's being so understanding of my hectic schedule at this time. I'm in Miami visiting family, dealing with some family stuff. So I thought I would bring a little bit of this joyful, verdant, fertile place to you today. And pardon me if the sunshine peeks through or blinds you. We'll see if anything magical happens. But for now, we'll just dive into the ether reading for this week. Very cool. So we get a really cool image. Ether, remember, ether. This is the space in which all the other elements are vibrating. There's this very sort of sensual picture that I get here, which is almost like a vase. And this is the area that represents the heart chakra in the middle, which I'm drawing now, and it's showing that there is a spaciousness, a softening, a loosening around the heart chakra, and they're also drawing my attention to the elements, or drawing my attention to this big root at the bottom, connected with the earth, with getting real with acceptance. And also what's cool is that, there's obviously a lot of polarization going on, for or against, and, inaugurations and protests. And, I love you all. And you guys, it's no matter who you love, no matter what you love, absolutely no problems do I have here, because everyone has the free will to choose what they want to choose and to learn from those choices. So what's cool about this is that the heart, in my practice, represents that which is imminently true to you. So there's the crown chakra, which represents like cosmic, epic, massive truth, and then there's the root chakra, which we're talking about down here, which represents the most basic truths, basic realities: eating, sleeping, pissing, shitting, time, schedule, energy, body. And then the crown, which is like, woo, the most kind of cosmic, divine, connected truths, big, abstract, powerful truths and beliefs. And then in the middle, you have that heart, which is the crossover place between the upwards triangle and the downwards triangle, the crossover place where the most basic truths of your daily material existence blend with the most abstract truths, universal truths of cosmic existence, right? They blend in the heart. And all that means is it's what's true to you, what's most true to you. Not just what you believe in theory, but what you know to be true. The other thing I always say is that your heart is the place that holds the standard of truth, the truth that needs no explanation because you just know it's true. So you don't have to explain why your heart is your heart. And I think I've said this before in this series that, sometimes I think that the only truths worth paying attention to are the ones that you don't need to explain to anyone else. And do you see how in polarity, the belief that my truth is true and that your truth is true, or my truth is true and yours is false, or mine is true and yours is false, that's your prerogative. Your truth is your truth. And as time goes on, you learn and you refine and you clarify that truth. So, with all that said, based on this read, the events of the past week have created space for you to be aware of your truth. And as I said in the beginning, there's a sense of getting real and acceptance and earthiness to this. There's like a big reality check about what is happening here on Earth, what is true to you. And this read is not really talking about great cosmic truths, which is wonderful. We have a lot more to think about, work on, I don't want to say worry about, but a lot more to deal with here now on this earth. And the standard of truth tells you what you're willing to fight for. The standard of truth in your heart tells you what you're willing to fight for, what you're willing to work for. So what the ether element is saying this week is that you have a much more spacious understanding of what is true to you. No matter what has happened this week, you are clearer about the most basic truths, the most cosmic truths, and how they apply to you in terms of what they make you want to do or choose or act upon. Literally, you know what makes your heart beat right now, what you are willing to give your heart, to give your energy, to give your love to. Oh, lovely, thank you. The heart is also associated with the breasts because it's all in the same area, chakra. And the breasts tend to refer to the idea of nurturance over the long term, and the giving of the best parts of yourself, right? Like the mother's milk, the distillation of this nurturing life force within yourself, giving it. What do you want to give yourself to? What do you want to nurture to fruition? And it's interesting because, in the last few days especially, we've gotten a lot of stuff in the in the ether, saying, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. Again, both polarities, all polarities are saying this is not the end. This is just the beginning. And again, like I said, your heart tells you what you want to give, what's true for you, what you want to give your heart to, what you want to give your love to, what you want to give the best parts of yourself to. And this is saying it's clear. It's clearer than ever. And because this read in the ether is not saying anything to us about the crown, oh, cool, except bumblebees up in the crown. We'll talk about that later in a moment. It's drawing our attention to the earth. And what I hear here in my aural, AURAL receptors is there's a pit. There's a pit of alignment. Pit in your stomach, like pit of what is real. What is real? What do you need to fight for? Basically, right? Is it food? Is it water? Is it energy? Is it time? Is it weapons? Right? Is it reproductive rights? Is it like what's happening here on Earth that you want to throw in on? If you see it in front of you, it means it's time to activate. If you have any sense of what I'm talking about, it's time to act, bro. Give your heart to something. Now, what's cool is that all of the other readings, Earth, Air, Water, Fire, are going to tell us about this process of giving, this process of acting, this process of choosing. I keep trying to avoid this because it sounds schmaltzy, and I don't like to be like a metaphysical pusher man. I try to do like all my ritual, all my readings, all with as few sticky tools and stuff as possible. There's something in here about crystals. Sorry. Check it. This was given to me by a dear friend and colleague and light worker. It's a garnet tower, garnet and tourmaline tower. I mean, it's stunning. And with everything that I've been dealing with in these last few days, this has been literally like reminding me of my bedrock. Garnet always makes me feel energized. Tourmaline makes me feel protected. I've needed a lot of protection and a lot of energy. And I'm kind of like coming out of the closet as like a weirdo crystal rocky lover. I'm not going to pretend like I don't use them and like I don't love them. I'm usually like when I fly, when I've been flying a lot lately, I either get ridiculously searched or I have to shuffle all my bags around because I carry the crystals in my pocket or on my wrists or whatever, What do you have, rocks in your bag? Yeah, I actually have a lot of rocks in my bag. So, point being, What are they saying? Okay, point being, in this etheric space, you will know what I'm talking about. What's making your heart beat? What do you really care about right now? Whatever's before you, practical matters, you're going to have to deal with, you're going to have to commit to. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to express this energy effectively, step up, do something. Oh wow, weird, Macy Gray. You gotta get up, get out and do something. Don't let the whole of your life pass you by. You gotta get up, get out and do something. How can you make it if you never even try? My guides bring songs, I guess, from the 90s. Okay, so in the getting up, getting out and doing something, there's a reminder that the root chakra is the chakra that connects you to the earth, to this earth. We are not struggling to find our purpose on Mars, not yet. We are not searching to give and receive and share love on Neptune. At least I'm not. You know, we're on YouTube right now, so I presume this is not picking up a live feed on Neptune. There are many multiple dimensions, but we are human beings. Our home is Earth. The problems that we are here to address, the causes that we are here to commit to, that which makes our heart beat. Sure, if you work for NASA, sure, it's in space, but we are the stewards of this Earth. We are the keepers of this plane. We are the lords and ladies of this beautiful, beautiful palace. And the idea is that when your heart tells you what it's beating for, and when the cause is immediately in front of you, and you give of your heart and your energy to that cause, no matter what side you are on, the earth is supporting you. You're doing it for the earth. You're doing it for the people of the earth. And guess what the earth gives us in order to do all of this? Crystals. Crystals are sometimes called concentrated light, right? Concentrated consciousness. So, bros, sisses, you don't have to go out and pick up a bunch of extra crystals, but if you're feeling it, if you've been curious, if you've thought about it, now is the time, because the idea is that we all are being ignited in this country and around the world to work on behalf of this country and of the world. And when you go to a new job, you get new stuff. If you are, a medical salesperson, you need your samples and your clipboards. If you're a doctor, you need your stethoscope. And if you're just starting out, you get new scrubs. So there are tools. There are tools that are coming to us from the earth through our root chakras. Crystals work really well. I will talk about it more in 1 second. But also, the earth itself, grounding, clearing your energy, calling on Mother Earth to support you in the endeavors. When I first started working as a psychic and a healer, I worked too much, I worked too hard, and I would burn out. And I started realizing, I can invoke Mother Earth because I'm doing this for her. I'm doing this for all of us. And please, Mother, give me strength, give me nurturance, give me support. And I would call that support in. And I would feel energized. I would make it through the day. And then, of course, I would crash. But the idea is that if you're going above and beyond, you're allowed to play with your new toys, ask for some new help, and get energy that comes to you from the earth. It's pretty cool that I didn't know that this was where it was going. And, there's all these vines and trees and leaves and things growing out of my skull, my spine, my back. Sage is of the earth, right? Water is of the earth. Good food, nourishing food is of the earth. All of these tools, time, scheduling, sleep, right? Eating, sleeping, pooping, drinking, peeing, all of those regular patterns are meant to synchronize you with this earth, with this plane, and with the causes that are literally beating inside of your heart and compelling you to give of your best self, to nurture that which you care about the most. Yeah, there's just this one message that keeps wanting to come through about crystals. Guys, please don't overwhelm yourself and go buy a massive crystal Bible. Go to a store, feel it out, talk to a weird witchy person, or literally don't think about it. Go in and step into a crystal store, new agey store, or whatever store, and go, what do I need? What do I need? And don't think about it. Go right for it. And if you feel it out. Put your hand over the crystals. See what calls to you. Okay, again, I'm talking too much about this. My guides are being like, no, it doesn't even need to be that hard. Right now, ask yourself, what is the color that calls my name? I got red. Garnet is red, right? And red is associated with the root chakra. Black, also tourmaline, associated with the root chakra. I am in a very basic state these days, guys. I'm going on all cylinders, and I need this earth energy just as much as the rest of us, as the rest of you, as all of us do. And whether we need it or not, it's ours. This is our home, and we shouldn't just take and gobble up all these resources. The point of this reading is when you give of yourself to the earth immediately gives back. Why? Because she's the best frickin' mother ever, right? On this plane. Sorry, whatever. So don't be afraid to, that's it. Wow, very cool. I exchange nurturance with the elements that support me. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I exchange nurturance with the elements that support my work. I exchange nurturance with the elements that support my work. I exchange nurturance with the elements that support my work. That's the affirmation for ether this week. So let me just break it down a little bit. This is going on a little long, but hopefully you'll be cool about that. I exchange nurturance with the elements that support my work. It's like if I give, what that means also is that if something is not supporting your work, you don't need to nurture it. You don't need to exchange nurturance with it. You can say, no, this is not supporting what is beating in my heart. I cannot give any more to this cause because I have a greater cause that beats within my heart that I must nurture, that I must enter into this process of exchanging nurturance with. So in the context of this ether read, the elements that support you are on this earth plane, on this earth experience. So not just the element of earth, but all of these elements, earth, air, water, fire, ether, are sort of setting the stage for our experience on this planet at this time, in this life, in this experience. So remembering that I exchange nurturance with the elements that support my work, it means all of the elements as manifested on Mother Earth. So it's a nice kind of catch-all affirmation. I hope this isn't getting too windy, but it's kind of lovely as the elements just start frickin' exploding all around me. I exchange nurturance with the elements that support my work. The bumblebee simply says, listen for the light. Listen for the buzz of awakening. We have more important things to do right now than chase enlightenment. We have more important things to do right now than get blissed out. The bliss is to be applied to the work. Again, these are not my opinions, guys. I'm not super invested in these statements. This is what's coming through right now. So, make of it what you will, and please give me the feedback as you receive it. But the bumblebee comes in and says, bzz, I will be there in your upper centers, trying to, show you the light, show you the way, give you flashes of insight, awakening, enlightenment. But you don't need to go chasing the bumblebee. The bumblebee came in at the beginning of this read and now has been gone for the whole time, but won't let go because of where the circle kind of ends up there. So the idea is that with all of this spaciousness, we know more so what we want to give our hearts to. The root, the pit in the center of the earth, the pit of alignment, is there to support all of the transitional changes that now must occur in your life based on what you are willing and ready to commit to. And then finally, turning to those tools, using them, all of the tools that come from the pit alignment, crystals first and foremost, asking yourself with your intuition, what color calls my name? Taking the first color that comes to mind, and then going out and seeking the stones, the crystals, or the clothes, the color, the eyeshadow, the lipstick, whatever, that lets that frequency move through you and help you to align with whatever's beating in your heart that's giving you this new cause. Knowing that you don't have to go chasing enlightenment. Enlightenment will find you the moment that you're ready. Maybe it already has. But the point now is that we are here. We are here. Our hearts have been awakened, given more space. The earth is trying to support us. And all you got to do is repeat. I exchange nurturance with the elements that support my work. Bless you all. From my heart to yours. I will see you in the rest of these readings. Ciao, ciao, ciao.